I've had herding breeds for 30 years. Ugh. You know, it's hard to live with the barking, but man, their qualities, you know, they're beautiful, they're smart, they're a little too furry.
Well, we did get her groomed a couple weeks ago, and she nipped the.
Yeah, she's afraid.
Yeah, she said she was. So I don't know. Maybe that's.
You guys should groom yourself. So you guys can brush her. Like if you brush her on a daily basis, I can show you how to Dremel her nails so that you can make it really positive, and she's going to let you do it. Good girl. Okay, ready? Okay, so there you go. You've got some treats, but I want you to move because I want to just fix this. Okay, good. So now I'm going to teach her to go to her mat, and then we'll see what she does. Ready? Go to your mat. Good. I don't care how she goes to it. I just want her to go to it. Ready? So use my hand. Go to your mat. Good. And I stop and I just hold my hand still. And I'm teaching her to go to the mat from, you know, a distance. Go to your mat. Good. I'm trying to treat her in a down. Ready? Down. Come on. Down. Good. Good girl. She's, you know, still not there. She will be. Good. So, you know, like sometimes when you take a class like you guys did, that's okay if you take a puppy class, a kindergarten class, and you know, you get them used to working with other dogs and playing, and then go into a class with the adolescent because they've already had the experience in puppy. Sometimes when people get their, you know, dogs and they take them at 6 months or whatever, it's tough, you know, because they're not socialized as well as they can be. So you probably can take a class after, you know, you work with me a little while. You'd have much more success, especially if you wanted to do something with her, like sports-wise. I don't know, you look like you're...
Well, it's funny because we had the gate, I don't know if you noticed, not the gate, but the fence kind of thing in the family, or the living room, between the living room and the foyer. And that kept her away till she learned how to scale it. She looks so graceful when she scales that. And then it
jumps it.
Yeah, she just jumps it. What else did we know in this? Oh, she.
You haven't been talking, it's so funny. You said something, she went, what?
Yeah, I know.
Ready? Down.
What do you know when she catches her frisbee?
You can talk.
It's amazing.
She's frustrated. Sit. Down. Wait. Good. Good. So, you know, you start out really slowly not slowly, but, you know, second, 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds for the wait thing, you know, so, you know, she was barking, and I don't want to yell at her. She's doing a normal behavior, you know, she was frustrated, and she was talking to me. She was saying, oh my God, stop talking! Are we working or what? You know, that's exactly what she was saying, you know, so, again, you know, once you understand what your dog's saying to you, then you can start modifying, you know, how you want her to alert you that she, you know, ready? I love when you do that. Oh my goodness. I call that gacking. She got one in her throat. Okay, ready? Okay, down. Yes, oh good girl. Now this is every single dog that I train down. When they tuck their paw in, that tells me they know what down means. So yeah, they talk with their bodies, and so you know she did a curl, and she goes, okay, I get it. So I break her again, and she's all happy, you know, because the light bulb went off. So she's like, did you see?
You get a star.
Yeah, she ran right up to me and she said, did you see what I did? Because the light bulb. Easy. There's no need to bark. Good. Ready? Down. Come on. So she wants to give me a paw. Just wait. So she's a little over aroused. Remember, she's only. Go ahead and sit. It's okay. You're fine. Down. Yes, good girl. Yes, good girl. Good. Yeah. And so, if you give her something else to do rather than bark, first I gotta get through to the brain, because the brain is barking. So it's scientific, but I don't know if you're interested or not, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. In a young dog, adolescent brain, she goes into the amygdala. That's where people go when they're having road rage. You're in the amygdala. That's where all the emotion is. And so I tell people that when you have an adolescent, their amygdala is larger. So it takes longer for the information to go from the, into the neuron in the frontal part of her brain. The traveling system is slower. And so she's very impulsive. And so as she gets older, and see where she is, she's in this down position, she hasn't moved. And so I'm just reinforcing this position because I like it.
I like it a lot.
I like it. And so there she is. And so now I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to take her bowl. I'm going to set it here. This is mine. Until I give it to her, this is mine. Okay? Good enough. Sit. Wait. Come back. Come on. Let's go. Atta girl. Sit. Stay. Good. Down. Wait. So, okay. So now what I just did was a bunch of behavior. She don't want it, but we'll dress it up for her. I actually don't need all this dog food. If you want to dump some of it in, I'm going to use treats. So go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and dump it back in. But, hello, are you still working? Yes. So you have to feed your dog, correct? Why not use a training
You
session?
want just a little bit?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh, you don't want to eat. I'm going to use treats. Because I want to reinforce her. And she's not eating the dog food. She says, I'm not eating that. I get that every day. And so, this is how I train my dogs at home. So, in order to strengthen my behaviors, my sit, my down, my wait, some people use wait. Most people use stay. So you decide what you want. What do you want, stay or wait?
What do you think?
Wait.
We always use stay before.
Okay. I would use. So I put the bowl down because she's barking at the bowl. So that's what they call the ABCs. What's the antecedent? The bowl. The bowl is the antecedent that predicts the behavior. B, behavior. C, consequence. What happens? People give the bowl to the dog while the dog is barking. So now you've just trained the dog to bark for their food. Okay, so you always have to think, if I have a dog that is barking at the bowl and never stops barking at the bowl, I'm going to remove the bowl. So I remove the bowl from the dog's picture of life, and then that behavior just goes away because there's nothing to predict the behavior. They're pattern animals, pattern, 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 pattern. Teach them the pattern that you want them to learn, okay? And so she goes away, but I let her go away because when they go away, they're thinking. She's thinking about me, like, what's that lady doing? And I'm going to take the opportunity to take a drink of water. She'll go back to her mat and tell me that she's ready. There she is. And she says, I'm ready again. Okay, ready? Okay, good. Can you back up a little bit? Come on. Good. All the way on it. That's a good girl. Down. Stay. Okay. Good. Okay, so this time I'm using treats. She's going to eat them. So we'll get this going and then we'll move on. And then you guys are gonna do this as homework
Okay,
for the
okay.
week.
So we need to get a map, and then when people come over and start jumping up on you, start to go over a map and stuff.
No, she's too young to handle that right now. What you can do is we can, like I use a lot of analogies and other client dogs to give you guys examples, but for them, they have a powder room right by the front door, and so what she does is you have to train the behavior that you want the dog to do before the incident happens. And so in other words, you train the dog where to go when she hears the doorbell. You know, go to the bathroom or go to your place or whatever, but she needs to be gated or the door closed or whatever because she doesn't have enough impulse control not to jump right now.
And that's.
We'll get there. You know, you guys are gonna get there, but in order to train her, we need to not allow her to do the behaviors that we're trying to get rid of. And so if she's just jumping a little bit, she's still jumping.
Yeah.
We just want her to jump, not at all. We're gonna give her an alternative behavior. So I'm gonna click that because she's gonna go into a down. She's cleaning herself. But this is, I capture. I thought she was gonna go down, but she didn't. So that would have been a capture if she had gone into a down. Just reinforcing a position that I like. Okay, so then I'm gonna go ahead and do it again and then I'm gonna have you do it, okay? So I'm gonna pick up my bowl. I'm gonna hide it behind my back because if she sees it, then she's thinking about the food and not what I'm trying to teach her, right? The same thing goes for food. You want your food to come out after the behavior. Ready? Down. Stay. So I make her food. Whoop. She gets up. I put her back into the position I want her. No fuss, no muss. Down. She wasn't paying attention. Come on, honey. Down. Come on. That's a good girl. Wait. Stay. Ready? Okay. So you've got 5 behaviors. Go to your mat, lie down, stay there, impulse control, and a release from the stay. Just all in this short time. You would have learned that 6 weeks in the class. You see?
Oh, absolutely. So, and you're not using her name at all.
Mm-mm.
The guy did say that. He said, don't say Maddie, you know, whatever.
Do. You know, I have multiple dogs.
So it doesn't
and if
matter.
I say,
Okay. So
Chloe,
they would
she
know.
looks at me and I tell her what I want her to do, you know? You can use her name.
Okay.
He's talking about, is it a young guy? Young? Yeah, so,
When I know he specializes in the hunting. You know,
Oh.
it's most of the dogs they were
I'll
hunting.
do that instead of putting it on your,
Okay.
but anyway, I'm
Oh, I
gonna have
don't
you do
care.
it. Yeah,
I
so,
don't
okay, so go ahead and put your bowl down. I'm gonna give you, I'm gonna put the treats there
So
so
then
that you're
we
gonna
have-
use that. Yeah, and so what you're gonna do is you're gonna use your hand. Be concise about your hand
Okay.
movements, you know, go to your mat. You know, the
Okay.
first thing I want you to do is I want you to give her a treat and let her know you have them because
Okay.
I've been training her and so I want her to focus on you. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my bag away.
Maddie? Maddie? Oh,
Just give it to her. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
And then send her to her mat.
you Matt.
Get out of her space a little bit. You're in her space. Okay, tell her to sit.
Sit.
Tell her to down. Stand up. Give a stop sign. Tell her to stay. Go get your food. And don't, and release. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, she got up beforehand. Okay, so you went too long. Remember?
Okay.
Remember to keep your, seconds.
Okay.
So 1 second, 2 second, 1
Okay.
second. So, you're looking at
Get
her.
it up and.
And just remember that, you were here, and that's good. You weren't in her space. If you're on top of her, she is not gonna work for you.
Okay.
So sometimes when I'll be standing here and I'll go down, And the dog will look at me and I'll go, oh, sorry, and I'll get out of their space, and then they'll lay down. You know, you just look at me like, well, then move.
Yeah.
You know? They talk all the time, you know, it's just, you guys know how she talks to you. You know, you figured out the basics. Now you have to go more advanced. You know, what's my dog's face saying? What's her ear saying? What's her tail saying? What's her bum saying? You know? Okay, so that's that. And now the door. So let's go figure out what's going on with the door.
Okay, Maddie girl.